What's up, guys? I hope you are all doing very well. I'm hanging out in a PetSmart parking lot right now. I just picked up Moop some food, and I figured I would take a few minutes to talk about safety out on the road. The last YouTube video that I posted, a day in the life of a solo female traveler, had a lot of comments questioning how safe it was for a woman to be out on the road traveling by herself. So I figured I would share some tips, tricks that I have picked up or incorporated into my routine every day to feel safe and confident out on the road and make sure I get a good night's sleep. I do want to give a disclaimer that I, as an individual, refuse to live my life with a fear mindset. I will not let fear stop me from pursuing my dreams, getting out there, adventuring, traveling, hiking, doing these things just because I'm alone. So I think that as long as you are alert, aware, you trust your gut instinct, and you develop routines that make you feel safe, then you'll probably be okay. Freak things happen all the time. No matter if you're in a van or you're in a house or you're on a plane or a boat, it doesn't matter. So that's why I will not let fear dictate what I do. It will not stop me. So with that said, I want to share 7 tips, tricks that I have learned out on the road. And hopefully they'll help somebody out. Or if you're considering a solo travel lifestyle, maybe these are things you will incorporate up front, which I didn't do, and I wish I did. Number 1 is find a place to park while it's still light outside. If you know the general area that you're going to be in, figure out where you're going to sleep while it's still light out and go do a drive-by of the place that you're going to sleep and also the surrounding area. Make sure it doesn't feel sketchy. Give yourself peace of mind. At night, if you wait, you'll be driving around at 8 or 9 p.m. or what have you, and you'll be trying to find a spot. You don't have the visibility because it's dark out, and then you're just not quite sure if it's safe or not. So just figure it out during the daytime. It just makes it a lot easier. Number 2 is the half tank rule. And what this means is that I treat the halfway point on my gas gauge as empty. So if I get to half a tank, I just go get gas. This comes in especially handy if you're driving through rural areas or maybe through the mountains or just someplace where you might not have access to go get gas for like 80 miles. So the last thing you want is to be running on, almost empty or have your gas light on and there's no gas for 60 or 80 miles. So fill up at a half tank. You know you have gas. You can always feel confident about that. Number 3 is to park in well-lit areas. So this probably won't apply if you're in the middle of nowhere, or you're on BLM land, or you're boondocking somewhere, or whatever. But if you happen to be parking at like a Walmart, a truck stop, a Bass Pro Shop, a motel, what have you, park under the street light. Chances are, if someone's going to break into a vehicle, they're going to choose the one that's in the back corner, right in the dark, versus the one that's in extreme light in the middle of the parking lot. So just park under well-lit areas if you have the opportunity. Number 4 is a fun little trick that I picked up on as I was out on the road for a while. And this is to get into the vehicle through the passenger side. If you get into the vehicle through the passenger side and then shimmy over to the driver's side when you're ready to leave, it will make somebody who's potentially watching think that you're traveling with somebody else. Number 5 is to carry some sort of self-defense weapon on you. Yeah, everyone says get a gun. Not everyone's comfortable to fire a gun. It doesn't have to be a gun. It could be a taser that shoots. It could be a taser that you hold in your hand. It could be a knife. It could be a mace. It could be whatever you're comfortable to have, but have something on you. It's a peace of mind thing. And yeah, we never want to be in those situations where we have any sort of combat with another individual, but you never know. So for me, I carry mace on me. It's usually within reaching distance of wherever I am. So it's either in my purse if I'm out of the vehicle, or it's right in the front if I'm driving, or it's in the back if I'm sleeping. I also have a knife in the front of my vehicle and a knife in the rear. I usually use the knives to open up food with difficult packaging. Never had a situation where I had to use it, but I like that I have it just in case, because you never know. Number 6 is to have some sort of GPS tracker. I know that not everyone has a friend or family member that they can trust to share their location with, but if you do, I highly recommend it. It will give peace of mind not only to your friends and family, but also to you, knowing that someone knows where you are. The app that I use on my phone for GPS tracking is called Life 360. I have no affiliation with this app at all. It just is the one I use, and the reason I like it is because it actually tracks your location and creates almost like a running log of where you've been, when you left that location, when you were moving, how fast you were going, what direction you were heading. So if anything did happen, it's there, and your family can not only see your current location, but they can see the history of where you have been and traveled to. And I think that would probably come in pretty handy if you did disappear or something. Number 7 is very important, and that is to always have your keys within arm's reach. So at night when I go to bed, I put my keys in the same exact spot every single night. So I know that if something starts happening up front with someone trying to break into my van or something like that, that I can just quickly grab my keys, go, start the car, and thankfully I'm on wheels so I can just leave before anyone has the opportunity to actually get into the van. The last thing that you want to be doing is waking up to noises of someone trying to get into your vehicle, trying to move clothes around and fumble about to get your keys. It would just take way too long. So I highly recommend knowing exactly where your keys are. Sorry about the phone. That happens in all of my videos. So those are my 7 tips. I will say that I have felt pretty safe out on the road. I think that you have to judge people and situations as you see fit. And if you ever do not feel comfortable, just leave. You are on wheels. Just go somewhere else. Trust yourself. Trust your gut. Do what feels right for you. And make sure you stay safe.